So you can see my tractor is on the trailer. I'm not just taking it for a ride, I'm taking it to the dealer. I overdid it and I bent my tractor. So here's what happened. I don't think I actually bent my tractor. I think that I bent my loader frame. And I take full responsibility for it, and I've learned a lesson. And that is to remember that these tractors are exactly what they're labeled, compact tractors. And they can do a lot, but you really have to recognize their limitations. Now, what happened, if you saw me cut down that old maple tree, and when it was all done, I wanted to cut up the tree trunk and thought, well, maybe I can roll it over. And I knew the tractor wouldn't pick it up because it was a big full-size tree. But I had the grapple on there, and I thought, well, if I grab it with the grapple and just kind of roll it, put the tractor in 4-low, that maybe I could swing it around and get it where I needed it to go. Well, the tractor did move it. But what happened is, as it was moving it, it was rotating and kind of shifting at the same time, and then it shifted, and I could just tell that everything racked. When I got off the tractor and looked at the grapple, I could see it was down. Here's a picture of the tractor with the loader bucket on it. I put the loader on to see if it was the grapple that was bent or the frame. You can see in this picture that the loader is up about 4 or 5 inches on one side. So it seems that the loader frame is racked and bent. But I'm on my way to the dealer now because I filed a claim with K-TAC, which is the Kubota insurance that you buy, that you can buy when you finance the tractor. I hear great things about the insurance, and it covers pretty much everything other than mechanical breakdowns, nuclear war and terrorism, a few things like that. But like many insurances, it covers stupidity. The process for filing the K-TAC claim was very simple. I went online on a Sunday, entered my information in there, a little description about what happened, and then the next step was to contact the dealer. That I also had to put that information in there as well, where I was going to take the tractor. On Monday, I had an email saying your claim has been received, and then I called the dealer, and the dealer said bring it over, and they will evaluate it, and they'll work with Kubota from this point forward. Anyway, it's kind of humiliating, also humbling. So lesson learned. Take care of your equipment. I do take care of my equipment, but perhaps I pushed it a little too far. Not perhaps, I definitely pushed it too far. There's no doubt about it. So recognize the limitations of this equipment. And if the equipment's telling you that it doesn't want to do something, believe it and back off. Lucky for me, my dealer's only 10 minutes from home. They could have came and picked it up, but I thought, I've caused enough trouble already. Let me just deliver it. Well, I'm back from the dealer with the tractor. They didn't have to keep it. They just took some pictures of it and made some notes, and now they're going to work with Kubota to see what the next steps are. So, I'll be back. Well, I'm off to the dealer this morning to get my loader replaced, my front end loader attachment replaced. I damaged this front end loader 4 months ago and submitted a K-TAC claim, which the claim itself was not too difficult, but the problem was I'm told that warehouses were closed due to COVID and shipping was delayed. So I never thought it would take 4 months to get the replacement parts. They're going to replace the loader because the frame is bent. Also some sheet metal, the hood is damaged, and that's going to be replaced as well. One thing I learned about K-TAC, I always heard it was an all-inclusive policy. Apparently, because the loader is considered an attachment, the insurance only covers the amount that I paid for it. So it's been less than a year, and the loader now lists for $100 and some more. So instead of the $250 deductible, I have to pay the difference of the loader, which is, again, $100 and some. So I'm paying $300 and some odd instead of the $250. I didn't expect that. It's a little disappointing. It's not breaking the bank, but it's good to know that apparently attachments are only covered for the amount that you paid for them. Anyway, I'll be happy to get this loader replaced and finally have a level bucket again after 4 months. Well, I'm back from the dealer with a brand new loader attachment. They replaced the entire loader assembly, including the subframe. The bucket was fine, so I used my old bucket. And after 4 months of waiting, it only took the dealer 1 day to do the work. So they did a good job. So my takeaways with K-TAC insurance, I definitely recommend it. I think it's really a good policy. One of the reasons I like it is that you can finance it with your equipment. I took advantage of the 60 months 0% financing for this B2601, and I built the K-TAC insurance into that payment. So it's taken care of. I don't have to think about it, and it's with me for 5 years. From what I understand, even after you pay off your equipment, you can renew the policy. So I'll definitely be looking into extending the policy beyond the 5 years and see what that's all about. The other thing about K-TAC insurance is that it covers all accidents, including stupidity. A lot of times things happen and it's due to our own negligence. And again, I accept responsibility for probably working this tractor harder than I should have. So going forward, I'm going to listen to it a little bit more and recognize that it does have limitations, and I'm not going to push it quite as hard. I'm still going to work it. It's a good solid piece of equipment, and it does probably more than I expected, but I'm just going to be aware of that. And the other thing about K-TAC insurance is that it follows the equipment. Apparently, I'm not an insurance expert, but from what I've heard, a lot of policies, homeowners and different policies, only cover your equipment while it's on your property. So if your garage falls on your equipment and destroys it, that policy would cover it, but K-TAC follows the equipment. So if you take it to a friend's house or to a work site and something happens there or on the way, K-TAC will cover those damages. So it's good for those reasons, and I really do recommend it. Other than that, I just want to thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative. If you did, I really appreciate it if you give a thumbs up, if you subscribe to the channel, and if you want to know when I'm putting out videos in the future, click the notification bell, make it turn gray, and then you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.